The lesson.
Oh, yeah.
I guess tell us a bit about Certified. Like, how did you become a part of that whole thing, and when did that officially sort of happen?
That's a real good question of when officially it happened. It was already kind of like a bigger crew type of thing. It was like I was hanging out with Madcap heaps, and then Madcap fell out of the scene. There was a couple of gigs there where Madcap wasn't particularly liked in the scene. It was very much Southside crew, It was the Pulling Strings and Hilltop crew, and there was the Madcap kind of, crew. And I was kind of hanging out with Madcap a lot, just doing gigs with him. Didn't really understand the beef back then myself. Obviously, it went a lot deeper and went back a lot further.
Yeah. And
I still to this day don't understand it 100%, but you know what I mean? Obviously, I wasn't privy to it all. So, then after Madcap kind of dropped off the scene pretty quickly, he got beaten up pretty bad one gig. And, he kind of disappeared off the scene, and I ended up having a falling out with him as well. Moving out of, living with him and shit, moving out. Kind of started hanging out with Hetty and edits and stuff from After Hours. Got along well with them, you know what I mean? And, it was just kind of from there. I think, it took me, it was probably a year later or something like that, because we were partying all the time, hanging out and just drinking and stuff like that. And it wasn't long before after that, because I was just about getting busy with like minds, you know what I mean? And these dudes were doing hip hop, and it was like, all I wanted to do was scratch on tracks and be a DJ, So, it wasn't too long before they said, well, we're going to add you and, a few others to Certified, and it kind of grew. Originally it was just the basic crew, if you know what I mean. So it was just, the Hilltop guys and After Hours, and and it kind of grew a little bit, after that. So a few extra people kind of got added to the fray, and it was murky times. I can't remember exact timelines, man. Yeah.
And so now around that early 2000 period, you also dropped a mixtape.
Yeah. Yep.
Amalgamated
Representation. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was
weird, man. I did that basically to I bought this hard disk recorder thing. It's this 12-track hard disk Akai recorder. Thought I was the shit, man. Yeah, 12 tracks, man. Cost me the arm and a leg, man. And I was recording on that, and all I wanted to do was document my DMC and ITF sets as such. I wanted to kind of put out a blend tape, because everyone had mixtapes and stuff, and CDs were obviously better way of doing it at that stage. So I wanted to put out a blend tape, but with my routines and things like that in there. And, basically just got it, I recorded it all myself and in my bedroom, and got it mastered at Disc Edits. And man, I sold tons of them, man. It's like nowadays, you'd never be able to do that nowadays.
Nah.
You just can't do that. Can't even upload anything nowadays without get it taken down. Complete breach of copyrights and stuff, but that was cool back then. And it was a way of me getting my my name out there a bit more as well. That was at the stage I was starting to work at Derringer's Music as well.
right.
I was working there, and so like the broader kind of dance music community, in which hip hop was still very much a part of as such, starting to get recognition there. From the guys running like Enchanted Forest and those dudes and stuff like that. And you know what I mean? You kind of get, introduced to a lot of industry kind of stuff. So working there, as well as, putting out this mixtape, kind of started raising my profile. And, I was just selling it on consignment through Big Star and, places like that. I shifted like thousands of those things.
For real?
Yeah, I pressed up over 2,000 of them things.
And got rid of them all?
Got rid of them all, man.
Just in Adelaide or
Just
national?
in Adelaide.
Wow.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. No one really knows the numbers. I pressed up 500 to start with, and they just went. And then I did another 500, and I just did another 500, another 500. And I ended up at around 2,200 or something, I think.
And what, like $30 a pop?
No. I used to sell them at Big Star for like $10 a pop.
Okay.
Yeah. And they'd give me 10, they'd sell it for 15 or something.
Yeah. That's pretty chill. It's a
Yeah.
nice little bit of pocket change. At that
Yeah,
time.
well, I just spent it on vinyl. You know what I mean? I just
Yeah.
spent it on records, basically. You know, walk in there and get my consignment money and just buy it on wax on the shelves. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was kind of chill, you know. But it took, that took a few years to shift that many. But you know what I mean? Like back then, like that was as many numbers as like proper releases we're getting. Yeah.
And then, so how long do you reckon you spent on that tape? Because I remember when I was making mine, I'd heard yours, and instantly I was like, well, I can't fuck with this. But, you know, it still did sort of inspire me a bit. And I was just like, yeah, there's some cool transitions, a lot of juggles and stuff. Was that like a project that took
6 months or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few months. Yeah, it would have been, because I'd wake up and I'd do a bit, you know what I mean, in the mornings or something like that. And then I'd kind of, it was kind of weird. I never planned it out. I never planned it. I just kind of, well, this is cool. I'm going to go with this. And then I'm going to do this. And then I would slowly delete, you know, record, delete. And it would slowly kind of grow until, hey, I've got 60 minutes or whatever. Done. Push end. Next. You know what I mean? It wasn't really planned, and it wasn't. And that was kind of what was good about it as well, I think, because it just kind of came out the way it came out. I didn't really plan it. I would have changed so much of that now, but it was the way it was, you know.
And this was still before you were doing a lot of the stuff with MCs. And
Yeah. That came out. Well, that had a lot of sets from 2001, so it came out late 2001, 2002.
So you would have had a bit of a buzz, but that tape actually helped you gain more of a buzz within Adelaide.
Yeah. It gave me a lot of gigs and stuff like that as well,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then it was well and truly entrenched in the hip-hop scene then.
It's cool how like back in the day, mixtapes had that impact, you know, like they'd help with the profile.
Oh, hell yeah.
booking
Yeah.
gigs.
And, you know, it's still to this day, you know, that even you know about that is remarkable, you know, from that's over 15 years old now, man.
Yeah, man. No,
You know
I
what I'm
remember
saying?
we were bumping out. I think we were year 12 when I came across it. Yeah, like a 01. I just
It's
remember.
crazy,
just
hey?
like,
15 years, man. You know what I'm saying?
we used to do burnouts in my mate's Commodore and shit, cranking that and a few other joints.
The lesson. 2-7. Oh, yeah.